Hi, Aries. Oh, let me show you the cards as I see them, Aries. So we have the Children card, we have the Author card, and we have the Energy Healing card right there. Very nice energies for you. I'm really drawn to the fact that we have these two queens. So let me just take a minute here to kind of focus in on this, Aries. Well, I do feel right away, because I'm really drawn to the fact that this young man has a book here, and there's sort of this idea of like lights coming out of it. It's sort of magical, spiritual, and it's really connected to this author. So for many of you, Aries, there is a strong encouragement during this time period to write. If there's a part of you that has ever considered writing, maybe even a children's book with the children here, there is a powerful support and encouragement for that for you during this time period. For some of you, obviously not all of you, but for many of you, it's just going to mean that you, during this time period, you're being encouraged to continue to kind of study, hone your craft, continue working hard, because it is leading somewhere. And this Queen of Michael is, if it's not an individual, it is kind of you incorporating this energy, Aries, where you are all about your career as opposed to your personal life. You are communicating clearly with self and with others about what it is you want and how you expect to get there. Just very kind of cut and dry, not a lot of fluff. And I'm really drawn to this yellow here. Like, I feel like you're really feeling a sense of purpose, and really feeling your sense of self in terms of your ability to be very logical and discerning about what it is you want. I feel a tremendous amount of focus. It feels like it's very focused. Now, if it's not you honing that energy or embodying that energy, then it could indicate an air sign coming in, sun, moon, rising, possibly male or female, doesn't matter, who comes in and who helps you feel a sense of confidence in what you have been doing and what you feel like you want to do and are meant to do. So it's really, really nice. And then we have this Queen, Queen of Gabriel. And the text of this card says, you can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. I feel like this is you, Aries, being an air sign or being a fire sign, and just kind of really feeling as though you've done your good work and you are ready to sit in your power and to have your creations come to life, and you feel very energized by it. For some of you, this children card can indicate that you incorporate your children into what you consider to be your sense of purpose in life. So maybe you are having children, or you have children, and you realize that this is very much a part of your purpose in life. It's not just about having a career, but you really want to have these children, and you really want to raise them in a way that makes you feel, not so much makes you feel, but raise them in a way that allows them to connect to their own sense of purpose, as I kind of feel it for you, because you're feeling so empowered here, and you're just really focused, a lot of work around it. So for some of you, it may be that during this time period, you are just really focused on children, either having children in your life or working with them in some way, is how it feels to me. And again, some of you may be inspired to write a children's book in some fashion, or even to illustrate one. I mean, we see this woman writing, and her angel is just over her shoulder with her hand on her back there, and just encouraging her and guiding her and whispering to her. So I feel like for some of you, Aries, that's going to be you. It's really, really nice energy. And then we have this energy healing card here. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life's purpose. And so for some of you, again, it may not be that you actually have a career in this, but that you are a natural healer, and people are always sort of drawn to you, and maybe you have, healing hands, and people are always like, will you give me a massage? This kind of thing. But also it could indicate that you have a strong gift in this field, and that if you would like to pursue it during this time period, there's a lot of encouragement for that. Maybe you even write about it in this way. Because I feel like with this Eight of Raphael, I kind of feel like for some of you, this is kind of in the past. Like, the reason you're so focused now is that you really want something more meaningful in your life. You're really looking to be inspired by the work that you do. You want to feel a connection to more than self here. I really like that for you. And for some of you, it hasn't come in yet, but it will be coming in during this time period. And that really spurs you on here and helps you get super focused. Let's talk about this music under the deck. For some of you, you may already have a career in music. And and maybe that's not working out and now you're being called towards something else, or that you've been doing something else. Maybe you've been working with children, trying to write, and now you're really feeling inspired to go into something that's more musical, maybe not screenwriting, writing songs, becoming a songwriter with that author card there, writing a children's song even. And I'm really drawn to the idea of practice too, like, this practice here. It's a really nice energy. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. What a beautiful gift to have if you do have that gift. And it may be that just being around music helps open you up to your guidance system during this time period and allows you more freedom of thought and more expression of your creativity, especially if you are writing, or even if in the ways in which you see yourself as an energy healer. We bring our creativity into each and everything that we do. And I feel like during this time period, because of this card for you in particular, there is a sense of you really wanting to express your creative nature, your passion itself, and being very successful at it. Well, right away, I'm kind of drawn to this idea of the Greco-Roman Empire and this idea of everything being really vital and alive and then crumbling, so there may be a part of the way that you earn money where there's moments and periods of as though you're being compensated really, really nicely for it, and then it all kind of falls apart, and something comes up, and then you don't have any money again, and then you're living the good life again, and then it kind of falls apart. There may be that aspect of it here, as I'm intuiting it. But as you look at this card, Aries, it's going to be different for everybody, and trust your own intuitive hits, because everyone has a unique set of circumstances and way of experiencing money. So consider that for you. If this Greco-Roman energy is coming from a past life and it's coming in this lifetime as karma, how might it affect the way that you earn income, or that you see yourself as being worthy and deserving of income? It could be that possibly you were a slave during this time period, and so you're slaving away at some corporation that you don't really like, or they don't really appreciate you, and you feel like you can't quit. So you can begin to play with that and say, is that true for me? And if it is, how can I shift this pattern in this lifetime and just play with it? Or it could be that you were an emperor in this lifetime, or empress, and had many people working for you, and maybe you are successful at work, but not very many people like you at work. This kind of thing. You feel like everyone's kind of working for you, but there's a part of you that wonders if they would slay you in the middle of the night, kind of thing, if they had the chance. I'm playing with this energy and obviously using rather explicit types of examples here, but you can begin to kind of feel it energetically and see how it plays out for you, Aries, and see if there's any truth in this for you. It may be too that if you are a musician, you're really drawn to this type of music. Or it could be if you're an author, you find yourself drawn to this time period. If you're an energy healer, maybe you really look at the Greek gods and Roman gods, and you spend a lot of time in mythology, and you have a fascination with mythology. It can be different for everybody. And then you're thinking, okay, well, if I have that, if I have this interest in mythology, do I earn money in this way, or do I not earn money in this way? Can I write about this, thinking of the author card, and make money? Or maybe I can branch out and write about something that may be more commercially available to others, and then I can earn money. Do I have to write about things from this time period, even if maybe not everyone's resonating with it and buying it? This kind of thing. Kind of play with it, see how it feels for you, Aries. It's gonna be different for everybody.